Well, good morning, everyone. So we got these rigs back to Bakersfield here, and I'm gonna meet some of the boys out at the ranch today. Today's gonna be a day of organizing what some people have called our junk, my junk, I guess. But out at the ranch, I've been kind of relocating stuff the last month or so. And so today we're here in Bakersfield, and we're going to load those Rangers up in the Pioneer and take everything out to the ranch and start moving some stuff around and tucking things away out there, and gonna actually get ready to build that off-grid studio I've been talking about for quite some time now. But that's something I want to try and get like the foundation done maybe in the next month or two, so that Zach and I can plan the solar and battery system for it. And it's just gonna be a square box with a little deck out at that location that I made the pad for it. But yeah, just gonna take a look at some of that stuff today and see what's going on. All right, we're loaded. We're gonna get the concrete breaker, go up just a little. Yeah. That pallet's about had it. Hopefully the forklift at the yard will start. Go up just a little bit. Go forward about 3 or 4 inches. All right, just get past that bar. That'll be fine right there. Yeah. Oh well, it's fine. It'll stay. Yeah, it'll stay. Tilt forward a little. There we go. That pallet's at it. All right, we got everything all strapped down, and we're gonna go by the yard. We're gonna set that off at the yard, and then we're gonna set the Pioneer. We're gonna get the forklift and set the Pioneer on the back right here. Take all 3 of these out to the ranch. And I know some of you are wondering why do you have the XP on the trailer? And so the backstory and the content on that, or the context I should say, is Tom, the winner, after he won, he came to us and said, hey guys, you know, I don't really have a use for this thing, and you know, we don't have a place to keep it. You know, in the winter time, they don't have a garage at their house in Mammoth. So he's like, you know, we're probably going to sell it. And basically, I offered to buy it back. So that's what ended up happening. He basically took a cash payout over the Ranger. So we have it back, and could possibly be doing another giveaway. We're going to wait until the snow season starts, and so we can get some more views up on there. But we'll probably be doing another giveaway, and it'll be the same scenario. This time will be you know, the Ranger giveaway or a cash payout. We'll give that option, since some people aren't able to take the Ranger, even though it's really cool. And they loved it. They drove it, and but they just realized that it wasn't going to work out for them as far as being able to store it and place to keep it. So we got the Ranger back, guys, and we'll see what we're going to do with it. I'm not sure yet, but definitely still planning another giveaway for the 24 season, 23-24 season next summer. So, you know, keep an eye out for that. And in the meantime, we'll be getting getting all this stuff moved around and get ready for the snow. All right, we're getting on the road here. I'm following Mike. Bud's back there. He's getting mad because he's been trapped in the back, but we can't really have him out running around with the horses and stuff because I don't want him to get hurt. So but once we get out to the ranch, they can roam freely. So that's where we're headed right now. And it's Saturday morning, and the Ring of Fire is actually going on right now. I didn't even notice it this morning. Mike was I got over to Mike's place, you know, to load all this stuff up, and he come outside and he's like, what's going on out here? And I mean I didn't even notice it, but then we grabbed I looked on my phone because I heard about the Ring of Fire, and I basically looked it up, and it said, you know, October 14th. So we went inside the shop and grabbed a welding helmet, and we looked up at the sun, and sure enough, you can see the Ring of Fire. So that was kind of cool. It looks like a little half, from over here in Bakersfield, it looks like a little half moon on there, like black, like a black shadow. Supposedly it's the moon. That stuff's like beyond me, because I haven't seen the moon at all the last week, and I don't know, like that just baffles my mind, that kind of stuff. So I'll just leave it at that. But looking, you know, through the welding mask up at the sun, you see like a black, basically a shadow in front of it, like, you know, like a little half, looks like the little half moon, or not even half moon, like a sliver of the moon. So that was kind of interesting way to start the morning. And now we're on the road. We're gonna head over to the yard first, drop off that breaker, and then we'll be headed out to the ranch. Dan's gonna meet us out there. Owen's coming out, and I got some, you know, some hands and bodies out there. We're gonna, my goal is gonna be to kind of organize some things out there, and eventually we're gonna have a huge like an auction, and I'm gonna auction off a bunch of the old stuff that we don't use anymore. So we're gonna start just kind of prepping for that, and you know, and also the off-grid structure that I want to do out there with the battery system and the solar. It'll be a big studio where, you know, you can just go out there and you know, hang out for a few days, and you know, if you want to hop in a side-by-side and head into the back country. Well, I call it back country, but it's foothills, you know, and go play around down by the river or whatever else, you know, just kind of have some fun. You know, we've been working so hard all summer, and we really didn't get a whole lot of time to get, you know, to do a lot of recreational things this summer. Just the same thing in the winter, you know, we were so busy. We just never really got a chance to enjoy it too much. We did a few things here and there, and but it's definitely looking forward to some downtime in between now and when the season starts. Typically this time of year, we've got a couple months of kind of downtime, so hopefully I'll be able to spend some time out there at the ranch doing some of the things I've wanted to do. But why are you doing that? I mean, why, man? We're gonna go have some fun. So anyways, guys, stick around, and let's see how it goes today out at the ranch. The old Clark. She's, I don't know, looks like it's on fire. It's not oil. It's like it's choking or something, but Maybe it had some oil leak on the manifold or something, but it doesn't smell like oil. It's like it's choked out. Poor old girl. Got to set it on top of the ramps. We don't quite have enough room for all three of them on here. That thing's never smoked like that bad. It usually smokes a little bit when it first starts up, and then that's it. Yeah, I think we figured out it's the head gasket. It must have got hot. It wasn't doing that last time I ran it, I know that much. But just like everything else. I can smell it too, yeah. It smells like coolant. Yeah, it's coming off the top of the boat. So we're getting a little blow by. It's a lot too, huh?
Yeah.
It's not a hose, it's gotta be a gasket, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, it's coming right on I wonder where it's coming from.
It's foaming up.
Got to get this off. We don't have a crane, so we got the 290. I think we're gonna rig through that hole in the top and chain. Lift this side with the 290 and forklift, and put on the other side, and should be able to set it right up on the ground. Okay, that plan worked out pretty slick. We were able to just chain up on both ends and set it right down on the ground. No issues, no damage. So now we gotta focus on getting the rest of the stuff out of the trailer. And we'll take that trailer back up. All these bikes out. The start of my off-grid shipping container compound. So we've got, I'm gonna get 2 more of these, and that'll be our workshop that we have out here, and then we're doing our off-grid studio up there. Gonna build a C-Train compound here for all the tools in the shop. And yeah, look forward to getting going on that. Maybe with the way things are going in the world today, I'm gonna start calling this place our off-grid preppers compound. It's probably a good thing to call it. So we're gonna start planning for that. You know what they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure. I know some folks have called me a hoarder, and I would not 100% agree with that. There is things that out here that obviously we don't need. Well, I mean, but do you need them? Because I have all these like trucks, and you know, the gray one back there is Ed's old truck, and these other ones are for parts. But I definitely do want to clean the place up. This is like a this is our gathering grounds, you know, and like I said, I'm renaming this our off-grid prepper. I don't know, you guys tell me what we should name it. I've been calling it the ranch all this time, but this is kind of a catch-all for excess materials and things that you know, are left over from job sites, and we can bring out here and repurpose. I have all these beams. Look at all those. I mean, those are all treated beams. I'm gonna make a really cool heavy duty deck, and I'll show you where that's gonna go. It's gonna go up there on top, up on the hill, where I plan to do the off-grid studio. That's gonna have a battery system and all that good stuff. And I got these ramps here for the dirt bikes, and so for recreational fun, but we like to ride dirt bikes. So and that's actually one of the reasons I was going to build a big motocross track out here at one point, and I still am if I ever get the time and the money. But here I'm going to set those ramps up down here and make a little jumping area where you can jump up and land on that hill, and yeah, just something that's fairly safe and fun that we can play around on. And now I got the end dump down here. Got to take this truck into the shop and do a few things to it, and just so it's all ready to go in case we need it for trucking this winter. But one of the problems we're having, you can see all this excess hydraulics. This ram is in need of a rebuild, and that is no cheap ram to rebuild. So that's going to be a huge ticket item that I have to take care of here fairly soon, because all the seals are leaking. And yeah, but here's the start of some of my excess materials with beams and whatnot. Tons of beams. These huge ones, don't really know what I'll ever use those for. They're just too big. But you never know. We'll see. We might be able to utilize them on the studio shelter. You know, this is one of those cases where you have excess material and you kind of design your build around that. So that's kind of what we're gonna do. And I'll take you guys up on top, kind of show you the viewpoint. I've shown it before. It's kind of like the highest point at this compound. And that's where I want to build the studio with the solar powered, everything's solar with the battery system. And then we have water and power right here, but I would like to have this thing completely off grid. So the only thing that it will require is water from the well over there, but other than that, it'll be self-sustainable. As you can see, quite the collection here. But we have everything we need to be sustainable out here and actually build something. We pretty much have every piece of equipment we would ever need to do it. I mean, we can use the excavator like a crane to raise beams, and we can dig, we can grade, we can make roads. So it's kind of nice having all that stuff. It's going to be real fun to when we get ready to start going on this stuff. Here's the pad. This is where the studio goes, right here. And the deck that I was talking about will extend off this steep area here. And I want to extend out. And this is facing north, so it'll catch the shade for the most part of the day, and it has a nice view of the foothills. Way over there you can see we have a gathering area over there as well. Wait, hold on. It's right. Where is that? There it is. Right there. That's as far as I can get zoomed in on it. There's a fire pit. Those are all telephone poles set with kind of in an octagon pattern. And we'll go by there on the way out. Whoa. So here's the studio pad here, which is right at the very top of the property. And then down here where Sadie's at, over there, it's another flat spot that we have. And that C-train and another C-train will be going here and here. And then we're gonna build a roof structure in between. We may even put a third C-train kind of on the back, like a windbreak. So I got to work on getting all this fencing material out. And first things first around here is this area here with all the, some people would call junk, but some of it is junk, and I agree. I got to do something about it at some point. But in the interim, I have a staging area for all the junk. And you know, someday I'll probably find some scrap guy when this area gets too full, and I'll just have him come out here and he could bid on the whole entire thing, and they can just come pick it up and haul it out. But this little area back here, kind of out of view, is where I'm gonna start. I'm gonna move all those vehicles and everything. I'm gonna neatly place them down in here and just kind of fill this area up with all of that stuff over there. And what'll happen, my end goal here with this property would be, you know, over time, this is a huge area here. It's well over an acre, but up here is the main studio. Here is the C-train shop area. Down here will be all parking, and eventually I'm gonna do some slips for an RVs, you know, for RVs. And yeah, this is just, I mean, this is not guaranteed we're gonna do it, but that's kind of the goal, would be, you know, a bunch of slips for the RVs kind of overlooking below, and the motocross track will be down below. And you know, guys that want to come out and recreate, bring their UTVs, their dirt bikes, I'll have this area here. You know, we might even like start a club, you know, the survival club, the off-grid survival club. Yeah, that sounds good. Maybe we'll name it that. But yeah, there you have it. So I'm gonna get to work on shuffling some things around and making some room to where we get some of these vehicles tucked back over here. That's the goal for today. Well, that little compressor sure does get a workout out here with all the old tires and stuff. But yeah, we're gonna get some air in this one. And these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna get these all moved back in the back, create some space back there, or up here, I should say. And yeah, that'll be today's task at hand, is clearing off this lot. All right, here we go. We're gonna move this old junker right here. I wonder if I can just pick it up. I'm gonna try that. Okay, we got that one tucked in right next to this one, because we are gonna take these good tires off of this truck and put on this one. This truck's a fully operational good truck. It just needs a little TLC. You can see where we got into the hood last year with the snowblower. But we have a new hood right here that we pulled off that truck that's in the back, and it just needs one more coat of paint and before we install it. So I'll keep these two right here until I do all my parts trading and everything and get this one all fully functional again. This truck here, yeah, I don't know what we'll do with it. Okay, now I think I'll grab this frame and put it back there with the real junkers. All the junkiest stuff's going to the very back. The stuff that still actually runs, for now, I'm gonna keep all tucked up over here. So all these actually run. This one needs a transmission, but I'm gonna get a fender for it, and I'm gonna get this one going again. This was a good truck. It's 4-wheel drive, and it has a fuel cell in the back. So, you know, we like these older vehicles. They're easier to work on for us. You know, I've got some newer trucks. I've got a few newer ones, and I can't do anything to them. I have to take them to the shop. These older ones, we actually can, most of the time we can figure out what's going on if they break down, and we can fix them. And I mean, I've had these trucks for 10 years and they've been paid for, and they're still giving me a benefit. So that's why I keep the older stuff and don't really care what anybody says, but that's what I like. We're gonna take this trailer off and take the truck into the shop. The engine light keeps coming on. It's all the clean air stuff that they put on these trucks. It's a constant problem up there up in Mammoth with the high altitude, and then, you know, just idling around town a lot, not really getting out on the highway because it's such a small area. These trucks don't like it. You gotta do a manual regen on it, you know, every so many hours, or it just plugs up and then it doesn't want to run right. It's just a real pain. Good old California emissions there with these. That's always a little sketchy. This thing's sitting on those legs. Definitely don't want to be under that if those legs don't hold. All right, got her all unhooked. She's off to the doctor. Well, I think we're gonna call it good for Sunday out here, and time for me to get on the road and get back up to Mammoth. But I got a lot of these things moved around, and it may not look better to some, but it looks better to me. I got this nice path through the middle here that I can get to. Now I can drive all the way around and come through here. I don't have to back out. Yesterday we were having to back out. We had so much stuff cluttered in here. I got the old vintage rigs here, that old Willys, and my 57 Ford. So eventually, when we get established the way we want to do, where I have more time to not work all the time, all these projects I'll start getting into. Heck, if I got enough views on the channel, maybe the channel would pay for me to do these projects and document the whole process. But we're not there yet. We still got to work for a living. So I'll be doing a lot of that for the next few years. And then, you know, we'll come out here and play and do our thing. We're gonna get our C-trains, do our little off-grid compound. That's the plan. So it'll be some good content and some fun this winter, and we'll keep things moving. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget, go check out plowbrothers365.com. Got some cool stuff on there for the merch. And you know, give us some love on the channel, like the video, and we'll be at you with the no one real soon. There they go.